First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's the former Lion and Ndamukong Suh on the tackle. On second down, here's Jackson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. D. Ford able to drop him for a loss of 4.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Jackson on third and long. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
No, check. Patriot!
A first down carry for Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that'll back him up 5. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! No. Check. Patriot! Gun!
Jackson now. Flushed out right. And out. And he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Burkhead. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
Come on, let's go! White 90!
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, red, rewind.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. Touchdown, Packers! Melvin Gordon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch him now, Barney.
Throwing is Jackson. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Well, so much for keeping him under 100 yards, Charles. You said earlier they needed to keep him in the double digits. Last run puts him over 100 already.
Yeah, and we're still in the first half. Long way to go.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing here on first down. Flacco steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Gordon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the sticks, sets up a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They get it to him running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's the former Lion, Ndamukong Suh. Able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Gone! Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They come up in an offset eye. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Adam Shaheen as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And oh, it's blocked. Carlson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Like 80.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. This is Gordon on the dump off. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends his drive. They'll run it now out of the gun.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there.
Gun!
Here's Jackson, throwing on 3rd and long. Being chased out left, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. We see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Third down, Flacco from the gun, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He's got room to run past the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a dump off to White. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Sliding out of the pocket. And get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. And he will score! Touchdown, Lions! Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. 2-point try coming up for the Lions. This is a crew that was just 2 for 5 on 2-point conversion attempts last season. Jackson. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play action, Flacco. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Yellow, yellow. Go lead. Go lead. Okay, hot set. Yeah, that way.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Flush to his right. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A gain of 3, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. And now look at him go. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now it's Flacco going underneath for Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Goes underneath here to White. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit.
Throwing now is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Taking it about the 36. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Flacco now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Lions, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.